Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Behind the Scenes. Today's video is a tutorial inspired by Gigi Hadid and a mini hair tutorial. Please keep watching and remember to like, comment and subscribe if you're enjoying our videos. I'm starting out with eyes today. Firstly, I'm applying a tinted eye primer. This is going to cancel out any veins or redness you have on your eyelids and set a base for the eyeshadows. I usually find that my eyeshadows are a lot easier to blend if I use an eye primer. And the pigmentation of the colours comes through better because it's not being interrupted by the redness of my eyelids. I'm going to need a little bit more coverage on my eyes, so I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit of foundation. Taking a fluffy blending brush, I'm going to grab, what am I going to grab? I'm going to grab this very pale pink colour out of the Stila in the Light palette. And just taking that all over the eye. Now I'm taking this sort of dusky rose colour, tapping off the excess using the same brush to blend this into my crease. I don't want this to be too harsh, so I'm really going to make sure I blend it out well. I just switch brushes to a smaller brush to make sure I'm really getting those edges. I take that same colour underneath the eye, just a tiny bit. I'm not going to blend that in yet, I'm just going to apply it. So I'm going to take the bigger fluffy brush again with a lighter lilac colour. See that? I'm just going to use that to further buff these edges. This look is really based on those warm pinks verging on purple, but as you may have noticed, I'm leaving the lid blank. This is because I'm going to apply a shimmery gold colour over the lid. So I'm just going to take this colour from the In the Light palette and pat that across. I'm pretty happy with that colour. Just really want to get a little bit more pigmentation out of it, so I'm going to use my finger to pack that on. Just this purple shade. It looks a bit dark, but we're only going to use a tiny amount. I'm going to make sure we blend it out really well. So just using that darker purple and making sure we define the outer crease and outer V. And going over that with the big fluffy one, just to make sure the edges are all softened. We're not getting any harsh lines in this look. It's more of a haze. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm just going to grab a matte shade that matches my skin colour. I'm going to take this one from the Stila in the Light palette underneath the brow bone and just make sure those edges are really well blended and hazy. Using an eyeshadow the same colour as your skin tone really helps to blend out any hard lines because you're just fading it into your natural colour, and that's what you want with any eyeshadow look, is you want a nice fade, unless you're going for something graphic or maybe a look for photography or a night out. Okay, now that the eyes are done, we can move on to skin. So I'm going to apply the Benefit WhatsApp highlighter just on the high points of my face. This is quite a glowy look, so I can get away with using a little bit more than I usually would. And this has got a golden reflect to it. Blending with fingers really well. And as you can see, that gives a really dewy look to the skin. And I'm using the NARS Stay All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation. It's the new one. We've just done a review on it, so check that video out on our channel. We'll put the link in the description down below. So I'm just going to apply that with fingers to the center of my face to warm up the product. And my shade in this foundation is Mont Blanc, and it's a really good match. NARS is one of the only companies that I can find a match for my skin in. So I'm just blending that out with the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. And we're going to go in with a little bit more in the areas where I think I need it. My main problem area is my cheeks, as I get a lot of redness there. So anywhere where you think you get a lot of redness or blemishes is where you want to apply the most foundation. That's looking pretty good. Gigi has wonderful skin. So this foundation is going to give you that flawless look but still look like real skin, which is what we all want. If only we were all born with perfect skin, right? We are.
Okay.
So it gives a really nice coverage. I really like that foundation. I'm using the Smashbox High Definition Concealer under my eyes. This one has a slight reflect to it, so it is quite brightening, and for my dry skin, it gives me a little bit of moisture as well. I do also like the MAC Pro Longwear, but I find that dries out really quickly throughout the day. Looking good. So while that sets, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I love the Face of Australia HD Brows Kit. Just thickening up the tail a bit. And I'm not extending the top of the brow, I'm extending the bottom down. Gigi has quite round brows, so I'm going to try and achieve that by just rounding off my arch a little. So I'm happy with my brows now, they're full and round. That's the look we're going for. Okay, so now that the skin has set, I'm just going to apply a teeny amount of powder to help the other powder products go on easier. Just mainly applying it to where my contour will go, in the center of the face. Let's do some contouring.
Let's do some contouring.
Just going to take an angled brush, natural hair. I prefer natural hair for my angled brushes and blushes and contours. So I'm just applying it to the very tip, and when I do contouring I find it easiest to apply the product to the tip, apply the tip to the area, and then place that along, and then when you go the second time the bottom will do all the blending for you. So just a gentle contour, kind of taking it up a little bit because Gigi has more of a round cheeks. For blush, I'm taking Luminoso Baked Blush by Milani. This is going to give a really nice glow and some nice colour. So I really like that. I'm actually going to take a little bit across my forehead. That seems weird, but I just need a little more colour in my skin. The lips, on Gigi are kind of a matte pinky mauve. They're sort of like the eyes, a haze between the pinks and the purples. So for lip liner, I'm using Essence Satin Mauve. It's a really mauvey colour. And I'm going to mix this with a brighter pink. So I'm just going to outline our lips. Applying a little bit to the center. I'm actually going to use my finger just to smush and smudge that in. Just because I want it to be more of a wash. And I don't want to ruin the lip line too much, so I'm going to put my finger on the lip line and pull down. That way we'll blend the edges, but we won't ruin the shape. I'm just going to apply a little bit of this pink colour. I'm not too sure of the shade. I picked it out. This is my Freedom palette that has like all the shades I use on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just going to take that with my finger and pat it. So I'm really happy with that lip colour. Chuck a bit of mascara on. I love the CoverGirl Clump Crusher because I can get it to be really separated and lengthening, or I can build it up to get a fuller look. I just feel like I have a lot of control with this mascara. And that's that done. So that's the makeup finished. I'm just going to take my hair out. I've had it in a plait all day. I just want some nice waves through the hair. And then I'll be back. So this is the final look. As I said, I've just let my hair out of a plait. Added a little bit of frizzies. Could have probably added a little bit more because my hair gets really frizzy. But it's kind of just swept off to one side. All my hair's on this shoulder. And I'm really happy with the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. Shout out to Caitlin, our #1 supporter. And I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye.